It's really interesting because, Filipino food, I mean, I grew up around it because I grew up in Chicago, and actually my best friend growing up was Filipino. So I remember like having these like fabulous dinners at her house, and,
Yeah.
them speaking their native language, and it was like some of my most cherished childhood memories. But you kind of put it on, the popular map. So how does your family feel about that? I mean, they must be like so proud of you.
Let's talk about reality TV because you two have that in common. I mean, which is really interesting. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you both, I guess, had your first, experience of mainstream success thanks to reality television, which is again a way that people do it these days, and
Mm-hmm.
particularly a lot of people in Nashville. So,
Yeah.
how did the experience of putting yourself out there like that and having to grow as an artist and also be judged, quite
Mm-hmm.
frankly, shape you as an artist? And I'll just mention that Adam was on The Voice
Yep.
and you were the runner up.
Yep. First loser, season 10. Um,
Someone brought up, something interesting again in our massive email chain, which just went on forever and ever, about, the competition process. And, again, just I know this from being in music journalism. Your world is very social. I would imagine a lot of your jobs come from word of mouth. Maybe you could talk a little bit about, way back when, before you all were, well known in your industry, how you got some of your first clients, or how one even gets clients in your industry. Is it all word of mouth?
So I would love to know. So you're in this fictionalized world. It's one that, and we talked about this in the interview I did with the composers behind the film. It's not so far fetched where you can't imagine this happening, but it still is. Again, a fictionalized, like sort of supernatural, setting that you're in. So, how did you relate to your character, and did you ever imagine how you yourself would have dealt with these like insurmountable circumstances? Do you put a little bit, I guess, of yourself into every character?
well,
Long love for socially conscious art, and once again, I mean, I'm sure it was a gold mine the last couple of years. I mean, having so much to photograph, but maybe you could speak a little bit to why that's your area of interest and now expertise.
It's got a rich history.